Alrighty, so it's now the fourth time trying to record this and trying not to stumble on my words or mess up or anything. So in memory of the Chronos that died in the last video, and to the person that asked to do a Chronos build, and for the sake of not doing a super build video in a long time, we're gonna do a Chronos bid video. So let's go ahead and start. Now, actives as always depends on what you're doing, who you are, and how you're doing it, and if you need it. Some actives that aren't too bad for Chronos, greater sprint if you need it to be aggressive or start running away. Purification beads if you need it, fighting against some Anubi's or Nemesis, or not Nemesis, Ares, whatever the case may be, you may need it. So just make use of your actives if you do need it. Don't be ashamed to pick up beads. So moving on to the items now. This is personal preference, and if you're fighting tanky people or not, that you can get the pin boots or you can get the cooldown boots. If you get the pin boots, it'd probably be more advice to buy them when you're fighting tanky people. If you're not fighting anybody tanky, you may not need pin boots. You probably just go with the cooldown boots if you need it. So all personal preference there. Moving on, demonic grip. The passive right here acts as pretty much like your penetration if you decide just to go with the cooldown boots. Demonic grip does give quite a bit of penetration. Not direct penetration, but if you look at targets, magic protection is reduced by 7% and additional 5 points, stacking up 3 times, so 21% and 15 points. That's quite a bit of penetration in itself, so you may not need pin boots, but if you don't know too much about Chronos, he's more of the attack, basic attack type of mage. So that's why we're going to go attack speed if you're wondering. So demonic grip is a thing for him. Telekinesis ring, same deal. Attack speed power also gives protection against magical, so that's pretty unique and nice. And also the passive is going to do more damage for us in our basic attacks. Next, we're going to go with Bancroft's Talon. Now, normally I would advise getting Polynom because you get more use out of the Polynom. But since it's been nerfed from 100% to 85%, and more recently from 85% to 50%, now Polynom's only really good for late game when you have all your magical power and where 50% is worth a lot. But now it's 50%. I mean, I'll see this how much. So I'll just go with Bancroft's Talon for the 100 power. Lifesteal's pretty good. The passive is going to make you do more damage as you get damage taken. So I mean, it's pretty good. Some cases you may need some other. You may get Divine Ruin if you're fighting a healer or a high health regeneration god. But yeah, moving on. Haste of Mentalis. Now, this item slot you could change to whatever you want. If you're more of the aggressive type Chronos player, you may have fun with the Haste of Mentalis. For one, 30% attack speed is a lot. Okay, movement speed, another 10% movement speed on top of your 2, which gradually gives you more movement speed. You're going to be kicking ass. And on top of that, the passive is the best thing and the funniest thing to watch on Chronos. Because as long as you land your basic attacks, you won't have the movement speed debuff on you. Now it says 1 second, but that keeps stacking every time you land the basic attack. So if they're trying to run away from you, they can't, because you can literally just follow them back to their base while smacking them with your basic attack. So now if you're not too aggressive of a Chronos player, or let's say you're in Conquest, this may not be the best item. This item's more good in some like smaller areas, like Arena would probably be good. Assault might be good. But like Conquest, you probably won't pick this up, since Conquest is more of a laning type of deal. So if you're not too big fan of this item, I'll probably pick something else. You may want to stack item if you're doing Conquest, like Warlock Sash. I'll probably recommend that. That'll help you be a little bit more tanky and whatnot. Maybe something else, maybe more penetration, maybe more lifesteal, or maybe if you're fighting some assassins or warriors that are giving you a hard time, don't be afraid to pick up Breastplate of Valor. Not too bad. It gives you the protection, the mana, and the CDR. So just address it accordingly to who you're fighting against. Now, of course, Rod to Hootie, obvious reasons. So yeah, let's move on to some actual damages here. We have 475 magical power. That's not too bad considering our basic attack speed right now is 1.8. Now, Chronos passive, if you land it on your section 4, plus 35% magical power contribution to his basic attacks. So if you feel like chasing down somebody with your basic attacks, make sure to land on section 4. So I'm going to land on section 4. So we're going to gradually increase our our movement speed, and our attack speed jumps up to 2.16. So it really is a fun thing to watch and also do. There's some damages with that. So not too bad with that. Let's go on to Raw. You can see damages against a god. Good old Robot's always a good sport about this. Okay, cycle to number 4. Here we go. Number 4 is there. So, I mean, yeah, I'm just going to sit here and basic attack so you can get some damage numbers of that. Not too bad. Not too bad, honestly. So, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for the video. If you have any more suggestions for, builds to do, or, tips on Chronos, or what other good items you like on Chronos, whatever, leave down in the comment section below. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.